Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. After a full 2 months, I am back with this series and finally kicking the series off with the first update video. The Zero to Hero series is me taking a newer free-to-play account all the way to clearing the Abyss with 36 stars. Now even though it's been 2 months since the last video, I've only been playing the game for 1 month since I've had to deal with finals and all this other school stuff. The first thing I would like to note is our Mora. So previously I started out with 69 million Mora. I spent some Mora on my first 2 teams, had to scrap them because of the negative feedback, and started with these 2 new teams. Right now we're sitting at roughly 64 million Mora, and I've made a considerable amount of progress in upgrades, but they've hardly put a dent in my bank account. So next on the agenda is the actual progress of the characters, starting off with Big Benny Boy, our DPS, in our Melt comp. He has gotten his talents up, and more specifically his E ability is now level 8. I also went ahead and bought him the Black Cliff sword from the shop. Now for DPS Bennett there's a lot of options, and I could make use of something like the Iron Sting. However, generally speaking, crit stat is the way to go for melt/vape characters, and will give you the most raw DPS. It also makes more sense because he scales highly with base attack, and Black Cliff actually has one of the highest base attacks for a 4-star weapon. Next, let's take a look at our lovely Xiangling. For now, I've only leveled up her ultimate ability, but once I get enough resin and time, I'll be able to crown her, and I'll even start leveling the Pyro God Goba himself. Previously, she was level 40, so we've taken her from level 40 Peasant to level 80 with a level 8 talent. I haven't leveled up a weapon for her quite yet because there is so many good options. Originally, I was going to level Missive Spear, but I've gotten 2 other copies for my Dragonbane, and I think that an R3 Dragonsbane might be better. Favonius Lance is also looking very tempting because I don't know how good or bad the particle generation for this team is going to be, and if it's sufficient enough. The thing that I would like to teach you guys is that a lot of this stuff, if you want to figure it out, you just have to test it. You can look up guides and ask people all you want, but every account is going to be different with different circumstances. Next month, I'll definitely have the answer to what is the best weapon for my Xiangling. And yes, I'm aware of the catch, but I already have an R5 the catch on my alt account, so I really don't know if I want to go fishing again and listen to Paimon screaming in my ear again, giving me an anxiety attack over a supposedly leisure endeavor. Next, we have the babe with a booty on her chest, Yelan. She's now level 80. We also got lucky, and now we have an R3 Fav bow, which is very nice. We got her talents up to level 8. Nothing really more to say about her, she's pretty much good to go now. I just need to level her up to 90 and get her artifacts. Simple enough, right? Now we get to talk about the Jigga Chad himself, Big Dong Chong. Right now I am switching between my R4 Fav Sword and R3 Sack Sword. The thing about Sack Sword is that it helps give higher uptime for his E ability and ult, which is important since it synergizes perfectly with Noblesse. But again, I might run Exile set or even Instructor's set. I'm just gonna have to test it out and see how bad the energy problems will be, or maybe I can get some other way of getting EM. And I can guarantee that no matter what, energy is going to be a problem since Xiangling is on the team and that bitch eats up energy faster than she eats slimes. He's the only one I have not gotten enough resin to level up. I'm hoping we get lucky on some upcoming banners and get his C2 because it's really nice. The only real progress I've been able to make on him is taking him from 20 to 40 ascended and upgrading the weapons. Moving on to the Aggravate team with Kekwing. I plan on using the Lion's Roar on her since it's really good and my best option on her. Now I could have gone and bought another Black Cliff. However, as a free-to-play player, you are really limited on the amount of Star Glitter you can get. I need Star Glitter to get my Xiangling to C3. I have made a lot of progress on her. She is now level 80, previously level 40, and all of her talents that were at level 1 are now at level 8. Next is Fischl, who I was very fortunate to get Stringless for, granted it's only C1. Her talent is level 8, and eventually she'll be crowned, but it's lower priority as of now, so she will most likely stay level 80 with a level 80 Stringless until I can muster enough time and resin to get her up. But she is a very highly valued unit. Dendro Traveler has not made much progress. I've been mainly just too lazy to farm up his stupid pollen to get his talents up. He's gone from level 60 to level 80, which is a minor improvement. However, as of right now, I have not made any progress in Sumeru or the storyline, so he's still C0. But eventually over time, and as the series continues, he'll reach C6, and I might get him to level 90. Lastly is Sighyou, who is now level 60. She is one of the characters I plan on using a crafted weapon on. Most likely, it will be the Inazuma or Sumeru crafted weapon. I'm unsure who the other crafted weapon will go on, but I'm thinking Kekwing with Iron Sting might be pretty close to Lion's Roar. Just as a reminder, I am limiting myself and I have to use at least 2 crafted weapons to make the Abyss more challenging. If you're more interested in the other limitations, be sure to check out my previous video for this series. With all that being said, she's the character that I am least motivated to level up because I really just want to replace her with Sucrose. It seems like Sucrose is never on any banners though. But Sighyou's healing is really valuable in an Abyss cycle like the current one, so I might swap between the two once I eventually get Sucrose, if I ever get her. And Sucrose would be a really big upgrade for my account. Alright, so now that you have seen the progress that I've made with the individual characters, I'll show you what these teams are currently capable of in the Abyss. So floor 9 of the Abyss actually went pretty well, especially given the absolute dog shit artifacts I have currently. It wasn't comfortable, but it was manageable. I don't have any artifacts really for my characters. Most notably, my Bennett, who is supposed to be the DPS, doesn't have his Crimson Witch set. I don't even think I had any artifacts on my Xiangling either. Point is, it was bad, but I did get the job done and fully cleared the first floor of the Abyss. It was absolute hell though. These small little dirt bags just sit there and they're all spread out. Do you realize the pain I had to go through? It's unbelievable. Not having an Anemo unit like Venti or Kazuha or even Sucrose to group up the enemies it was just a really unfun time. You don't realize how good something is until it is taken away from you. Anyway, we're already a fourth of the way done and 1 month into the series. Except for the one minor detail that the Abyss gets exponentially harder as you progress through it. It is not linear. And that point was very clearly made in floor 10. It took me 6 minutes to clear the first floor. I still got 2 stars, but at that point in my mind there was no point in trying to attempt the next floor given that floor 1, which is the easiest, took me 6 minutes. So far we're able to reliably get 9 stars in the Abyss. It's not much, but it's a start. I found myself mainly struggling with the rotations with these characters, and of course damage and particle generation. Both of these teams was a very big issue. Next month I'll show you guys my progress, and hopefully I'll be able to take on floor 10 and maybe get some artifacts online for my characters. That'll be a wrap for this video. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and want to be up to date with the Zero to Hero series. Take care and have a very pleasant day.